or something like that too.
Yeah.
So, where's Venom
It,
at? That's
Oh
where?
yeah, Venom. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
got one
Cat's
that
not.
everyone's missing actually.
What's that?
Captain Commando.
hmm.
Oh, Captain
I thought you
Commando.
about to
I'd,
What
say.
about
I
well,
thought you
say
about to
Captain
say
Planet.
Captain Planet, man, but
oh god, Captain Planet. Oh no. Here... oh yeah, here's another one. How about I'm not quite sure about this, but how about Carnage from Spider-Man?
ooh, that'd be tight, man.
That would be interesting, actually.
Hmm.
Hmm. I mean, they
Uh,
had all these characters, and I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like our lineup would have been really interesting, especially the Proto Man bit. Really, the Proto Man bit. You know,
I know.
that would have been really nice. But Capcom, I guess, is either Marvel has probably licensing issues, but I heard that they let Marvel have all the characters in the game. But I guess the Japanese Capcom thinking about its people first, because I think the Japanese audience likes the mythical creatures. So Rocket Raccoon maybe might appear as one of them. If anyone wants to watch Hayao Miyazaki stuff, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It is Rocket Raccoon looks like probably one of that. So that might be a reason. I'm speculating, but it's just a cultural thing. But I mean, overall, I would you guys pick up this game? That's the something.
Okay, let me get back to that real quick. Be that as it may, with regardless of what characters, what chosen characters and such.
Mhm.
All right, you got your new characters, you got some new stages, and from what I've heard, they added one new feature, which was pretty much just that of what spectator mode,
Hmm.
just to
Yeah,
watch the match.
Brawl did.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty much it.
but think about this for a minute. You get just that on a disc, and they expect you to pay $40.
You're
Yeah.
pretty. If you're new to the series, if you never played none of the games before, like Angry Joe said, this will be like this is the definitive version you should pick up if you're new. But if for the existing consumers, it's still like a head scratcher because it's like I would like to just have downloadable content, please. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's here. Let me get my thoughts on that. Here's one thing I don't really get. They promised downloadable content. I mean, even though it was due to the tsunami, here's what I don't get. They could have at least worked a deal for the people who own Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and give them downloadable content packages separately of
Right.
certain characters or certain stages or whatever, so people can download to their heart's content for a
Hmm.
certain amount of Microsoft points. And instead they just say, you know what, scrap that idea. We're putting it all on the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 disc. That to me just sounds like a total ripoff. I'm sorry. Even with all those new characters, even though I find it pretty awesome myself that and hilarious at the same time they added in Phoenix Wright, because I thought first that was just a joke myself. I thought first that would never be done in the
Mm,
series,
right.
but Capcom surprised me there. But
Well,
I would
actually,
not. I would not. Oh, sorry. Just let me finish right quick. Then you can go
uh,
ahead, dude. But
uh,
uh, I'm saying that like uh, I would not buy the game regardless of those character add-ons. That would be my decision. I mean, if people have not gotten the first one that came out of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, then yeah, this is the game for them. Go ahead and buy it. No one's stopping you. But if you have the first game already, don't buy the same game. It would just feel very awkward having the same game labeled Ultimate right next to it in your game collection. That would just feel very awkward.
right. And actually, I think Phoenix Wright was a given because if whoever played the game, if you remember She-Hulk's ending, both Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth appeared in her ending. So I think that kind of was a day giveaway for
And,
him to be in
and,
the game.
and speaking of Phoenix, right? We're gonna be talking about why aren't they bringing over the crossover? Will Level 5 bring it over? I will, but I want to bring up one question. I think I played Legend of Zelda. I just got the Wii version of Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. I played it 5 years ago, but now I'm about to play it again. I don't have it anymore because I sold it. But is that any more different from what Capcom's doing with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3? I mean, we already playing Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess again on the 3DS. I haven't played it or picked it up, but as
Uh,
consumers, they are.
I was
Wait.
gonna say it's not Twilight Princess Neon. The game you're talking about that they put on
Oh, I mean,
DS, 3DS,
is it Ocarina of
Ocarina of
Time?
Time.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Getting your names mixed up,
Yeah,
man.
I'm getting the names mixed up. I mean,
Huh.
they. What I'm saying is Nintendo's re-released games over and over and over. And they seem to be okay. People seem to be okay with it. But then when it comes to this, is there any difference between the two? I mean, we discussed it, but do you think Nintendo should be? I don't mean. Do you think Capcom should receive all this flack, or or
In a
just?
way, I mean, Neon, I see your point there, dude. I mean, I even thought that myself when I noticed Ocarina of Time and Star Fox 64. I will admit that they could do better with the 3DS lineup. I mean, hell, the launch lineup for the 3DS was a joke at best. I mean, they barely had that many good games out. With the only couple of good games you could probably get, which are the ones, which are some of the ones I got actually, are Super Street Fighter 4 and Dead or Alive Dimensions. Lego Star Wars 3. I don't have that one, but that's another recommended game to go for. And I think there was Rayman 3D. I'm not quite sure if that's any good, but that was another one in the lineup that would probably be a decent game to get. But still, I would like to see some new games. I mean, not just remakes.
Well,
I'm actually looking forward to Luigi's Mansion 2 though, and Super Mario 3DS. But I mean, with Super Mario 3D and Paper Mario, but that's kind of going off too. That we're kind of going off too much topic here. Let's get back to Capcom, please.
I mean that's what I was trying. I guess the question is if Nintendo can get away with releasing remakes and stuff like that, we don't complain about it. Can Capcom do the same thing with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
Hmm.
That's just a question I have because now it's just like, should Capcom really be given the cold shoulder over this?
No.
Well,
In a way, I mean, even though you provide a good point there, I see where you're going because I even thought this myself. I mean, I will admit that Nintendo, even I mean, even though I don't, even though like the remakes, I mean, in a way, it's just kind of like,
well, they've also Capcom had a few other titles aside from Mega Man Legends 3 that supposed was going to come to 3DS, and those also got canceled. Like let's see,
Um,
Assassin's Creed, for example.
That's gone. I think that was
Yeah, that.
Ubisoft.
yeah, it's Ubisoft.
yeah, there was
That's.
also,
Oh, you're right. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad.
uh,
Um,
which other
let's
game
see. There
was
was Mega
there?
Man. There was Mega Man Universe.
That
Yeah,
was
and
canceled.
Yeah.
and then of course Mega Man Legends 3 for the 3DS.
Actually, this is still on the topic of Capcom. There was an online game in Korea only called Rockman Online, and it never got
That's what.
overseas.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Uh,
it followed the X series pretty much.
So I mean,
uh,
I guess we could say we're kind of like we're probably scratching our heads around this, but now we're going to move on to probably this will be the last topic, I guess. But the games that are not coming over here to the U.S. and that's like Phoenix Wright
Ma,
versus
Professor
Professor
Layton.
Layton.
Professor Layton.
Yeah.
Yes, Level 5 is I don't know if Level 5 can bring it over because it's up to Capcom. I don't know, but man, people were hyped up. There was the
Yeah.
fan trailer that was on the OTOZ channel that someone else took and put it on his channel.
Well, at least they gave us
Oh
credit
yeah,
for
they,
it at
they
least.
they did give us credit. I
So
appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
But
there
yeah,
was
yeah.
one game actually that a lot of people are disappointed about. That Xenogear game, I think it's called Xenogear Xenoblade.
well that's
Xenoblade.
Nintendo. But actually, we can kind of throw this in there. Nintendo. I really want to say this for the next chat pound, but Nintendo's now bringing over Xenoblade, the last story, and there's something else. It's all exclusive to Europe and Japan, but what about the US? I'm hoping in 2012 they release it. But go ahead, Zach. Sorry, man.
It's all right. I was just saying that's another example of games that won't be put overseas. I mean, come on, game companies quit being so greedy and give us what we want, the good stuff.
And they think they
Well,
keep thinking.
there was a Capcom versus Namco that I remember from couple of years back.
Yeah, the one on the
That
DS, right?
no, I wasn't. I don't think it was on the DS. Or
It was
wait, was it?
PlayStation 2 exclusive.
I,
Yeah, that's it. Which I was actually kind of disappointed because I was rather curious about playing that game because they had a different kind of a different style from the usual Marvel vs. Capcom.
Mm.
Was it real time
Kind
strategy? I think.
Yeah, it was.
no, oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was.
Oh, that's right. I think I remember seeing gameplay footage of that. Yeah, it was a game that never came over here, I
I
think.
love the opening. I,
I think I recall seeing it a while back. I mean, my memory's a bit foggy here. Capcom versus Namco. Yeah, I do remember it was a strategy game where you had to think your way around just to, I mean, just one of your basic strategy games where you have to really use your head.
I mean, it looked the opening made me want to cry because it's like, oh, my characters are dying. I'm like, no, don't y'all die! Get up, get up! That made
I
me
know.
want to play the game, but it's like Capcom's like, ha ha ha, lo 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 lo, tro lo 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 lo.
La la la, troll.
Yeah, they trolled us.
I swear that's what they've been doing quite a bit of that lately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got Street Fighter versus Tekken. That's another Namco and Capcom crossover. They're doing that, but they won't bring Professor Layton. I don't understand. It's like Capcom's mindset confuses me. They think at first they're hardcore is a niche group of core gamers, and then they bring over Street Fighter versus Tekken over, and that confuses the hell out of me, man. I'm still like, so y'all don't mind pushing this, and I know Street Fighter is a very popular franchise. Whoever's listening to this, I understand what you're saying. But
Yeah.
we're just wondering where's the. I know there's financial reasons why they can't bring things over, but if you can't do it, don't show it or tease us. I think that's the whole message. I guess we're all saying here on the panel. That was the
Yeah,
thing with
Yeah.
Mega Man, Ultimate Capcom 3. Nintendo got to be careful of that too, because they're saying these things left and right about the Wii U. That's something on the next chat panel down the road.
I actually heard some rumors going around that a 16-bit revival of the X series was going to happen. It's just a rumor, of course, but I was reading something on that, and it said that it was going to go back to the roots of X1, X2, and X3.
Hmm. That would be
Didn't they kind of do that already with Maverick Hunter X for the PSP?
Well, not really. It's more of a remake than an actual recontinuation of the series.
hmm.
Oh,
I mean, that'd
okay.
be nice for the fans, but it's just I think that's the overall view of it. We just want to see just a nice balance here of you just keeping a track record. If you can't do it, you can't do it. If you tried, you can't do it. At least explain properly.
Yeah.
So with that, guys, let you Ark, Leon, and you Zach have final thoughts, and then so Ark, what are your final thoughts on this, man?
Okay. Well, all I can say is, in a nutshell, Capcom goofed up a lot lately,
They
and
don't
I
goof.
just hope that. Yeah, I know they done goofed. Yeah, throw the joke in there right now. But I just hope that this can get turned around. Because Capcom had for a while had been a really I had always loved I respected their company because they did over the years, as long as I've known, with all the gaming I've done, they've done some great games, classics up to now. They've done a lot of great titles,
Yeah.
and I would really hate to suddenly see their company go down because they keep making
Yeah.
irrational mistakes.
Leon, what's your view
And
on this?
such.
My view on Capcom, yeah, I hope they can make up for this because the way I see it in general, I feel that Capcom has really screwed up in more ways than one. Because look, they promised the whole prototype thing. When you promise something, you need to go through with that promise, and they
Mhm.
screwed up big time by not putting the prototype up on Nintendo eShop like they had promised people and hyped them up. I mean, some people even bought a 3DS, and some people pre-ordered Mega Man Legends 3 because they were so excited about it. And Capcom pulls the plug on it. That is not smart business thinking.
Wow.
Oh, oh, they actually did, and they took it down.
It was up for like a week, and then they took it down after the whole situation got
Okay.
worse.
Oh, right. Well, thanks for clearing that up with me. All right then.
Yeah,
But, uh,
I didn't know that.
well, I didn't know that either. Okay then. Well, at least they did put it up for a week. I mean,
But
I
still,
mean, but still,
yeah,
regardless, regardless, even if they did put it up, they took it down. They should have kept it up. If,
Yeah.
if, I mean, that was stupid.
It was.
I mean, and also on top of that, with Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate